This one seems like it's taken forever to arrive, but we are nearly there because Volkswagen has finally shown the North American version of its long-anticipated electric bus. This is the Volkswagen ID.Buzz that we're going to get here in the States, and it arrives with more space and more power than any other version that's gone on sale to date. For some reason, Volkswagen didn't want to sell the two-row version of its ID.Buzz electric van here in North America. So we've had to wait until the three-row arrives, and that time is now. This one is 10 inches longer thanks to the increased wheelbase. It's also about as wide as a Volkswagen Atlas, yet it's also 5 inches taller than that. Still, despite it being a rounded off box of a thing, the drag coefficient isn't that bad. It's listed at 0.29, which is slightly better than the Mustang Mach-E and the Chevy Bolt. The design is, of course, retro made modern, and that works perfectly on a vehicle like this. That's because the original VW bus is such an automotive icon. So to have a modern interpretation of that means Volkswagen might find a way to turn this into a money printing machine if the price isn't totally insane. You've got fun color options available. That VW logo on the nose lights up. Both of the rear doors are power sliding, and you have power sliding windows too. On the inside, Volkswagen has placed a lot of nods to the past and even to the past conceptual versions of this now production-ready machine. That would include the play and pause button marks on the pedals. But more interesting is the ability to create a flat load floor in the back, a removable center console storage system with dividers that also serve as a bottle opener and an ice scraper, and the roof itself. Overhead is the largest sunroof you can get across the entire Volkswagen Group lineup. It's 67.4 inches long and 40.8 inches wide, and it features polymer dispersed liquid crystal tech, which is a fancy way to say that it can be opaque or transparent at the press of a button. As for power, the battery pack is a 91 kilowatt hour setup. That's the gross rating, as I don't have a word on the net usable amount at the moment. But I do know that the standard setup is with a rear mounted motor making 282 horsepower. The new APP 550 electric motor is also capable of up to 406 pound-feet of torque, which is mighty impressive. But I'm not sure if the bus will actually get the full amount of the grunt. If you prefer all-wheel drive, that version also arrives at launch. Volkswagen adds a motor and the combined output is around 330 horsepower. The top speed is limited to 99 miles an hour. There's no word yet on the range, but I'd expect this to arrive with somewhere in the neighborhood of 250 miles on a topped-off battery. European spec ID.Buzz vans are capable of charging at up to 170 kilowatts on fast chargers, so hopefully the North American version can hit the same speeds, which would put it above the ID.4 as that maxes at 135 kilowatts. Even though the price is yet to be officially announced, or at least the information wasn't included in the embargoed info I received before this went out, it's good to know that Volkswagen plans to assemble the ID.Buzz here in the States. That means it would qualify for tax credits if you want to purchase one for yourself. After you place that order, go ahead and place another one for your tie-dyed shirt, let your hair grow out, and make sure your phone has all your Grateful Dead tunes queued up to stream through the available 14-speaker Harman Kardon sound system, because the bus is finally, really and truly, back.